Hello, good morning or afternoon to everybody. Um, Hold on one second. I'm trying to see if I can share this. Is there a way to do that? No. Nope. Okay. I can't do it from my phone. All right, y'all. How y'all doing? I hope everybody is having a fabulous Sunday. So you see the title of this talk. I wanted to call it something else, but you got to be careful nowadays on these social media platforms, child. They will flag you, put you in jail, and shut you down in a hot New York minute. So basically, you need you now more than ever. What does that mean? So what that means is now is the time to really tap into your own awareness. The world is shifting, changing very quickly. A lot of it appears to be not for our benefit or for our highest good. Some of it does appear to be for our highest good. However you see this, however you see it, because you have your own discernment, right? But there is a lot taking place right now, and it's not even underneath our noses. It is right in front of our eyes. And I'm really surprised at what I'm not hearing people say. That's what really really interests me, of what I'm not hearing people talk about and what I'm not hearing people say. Very few people are talking. You know what I mean? Every now and again, I'll find people, I'm like, yeah, they got it. They know what's up. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of people are not tapping into what's happening right now and what we need to be doing for ourselves. Okay. So first and foremost, now is the time for you to definitely lean into your own understanding of things. And why do I say this? Because in the Bible, it says, lean not into your own understanding, right? What I'm saying is lean into your own understanding, first of all, to find out what you think and feel about what's happening, okay? Find out where it really resonates with you, not what somebody else told you, not what you're hearing, or not what, your job is telling you. How does it really feel to you? Like, where does that resonate with you? You know what I'm saying? Lean into that first to decide, how do I really feel about what's going on right now? And then you can tap into your highest part of you to find out what is the best course of action for you. Okay? There is a war on our bodies, our physical bodies. There is a battle over our physical bodies, and this battle is not just happening in the physical realm. This battle is taking place in the spirit realm as well. Okay, so it's taking place there's a battle for our minds, and now it's a battle for the body. And it is very important that we understand what is happening so that you know how to protect yourself. Okay. There have been so many movies and so many shows that have come out in the past and that are now out. If you pay attention to it and you look and you like that, they are giving us the rundown of what's going to happen as a result of all of this stuff. Okay. So now is the time to understand how to protect yourself. There are so many people that I work with, like clients and people that are in my classes, that are still not doing daily protection. And I don't understand it, because I'm like, that should be the thing that you're focusing on before money, before anything else. And most people will put money above protecting their own energy and protecting their own bodies and protecting their homes. But I say, put the protection in place first so that you don't have to worry about things falling apart inside of your body and around you, and you can focus on the bag, right? So protection work is so important. Going within, sitting with yourself, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, is so important, because I'm going to tell you why. It's easy to crack the psyche of a person if they don't know who they are. It's easy to crack the psyche of a person if they don't know how to tap into their own awareness and they don't know how to tap into their own subconscious mind. If you don't understand how to lock into your own subconscious mind, you are an easy target, because now everybody else can come in and do whatever they want to do, not even through words, but through frequencies and through the airwaves. Okay? Because that's how it's happening now. That attack is happening through the air. So if you are not taking that time out, forget meditation and relaxation. Yes, that is the thing to do. But for real, you want to be tapping in like that on a daily basis to strengthen your mental agility, to strengthen your protective shields around you, to prevent anything from the outside penetrating it. I know if I know how to get into my own home and I'm the only one that has the key, it's difficult for somebody else to try to come through the door, right? Because I know how to lock my doors. I know how to put the alarm system on. It's going to be really difficult for them to try to get in. It's going to be easy for them to get into somebody's house who forget to lock their door, or don't know how to lock the door, or they don't have a good lock on the door. Maybe they don't have an alarm system. That's an easier target. That's an easier way to get into somebody's house. But if my house is fully protected, fully covered, and I understand how to get in and out of it, and I'm the only one that knows how to get in and out of it, even the little secret compartments, right? Even if you got like a little a cellar door or like a trap floor and a trap door in your floor in your home, right? If you're the only one that know how to get in there, nobody else can. So a lot of people are being penetrated right now because they don't know how to get into their own home, which makes it easy for an outside force to enter. That's right. Without protection, everything else is useless. Absolutely. We're so focused on outer material gain, worrying about not having what we think we need, right? We're worrying about the lack of having things. I may not have enough food. I may not have running water. I may not have heat when it gets cold and the grid goes down, right? I may not have these things. So people are so busy focusing on what they may not have instead of tuning into the very thing that can always provide you what you need, which is you, your mind, your higher self. Because it's going to be times that you don't have those things. That is coming. Please believe that. It's going to be times that you don't have those things. It's going to be times where you're not going to be able to go outside or go into a store or things like that. That is happening. It is already happening here in California. And it will be in full effect November 4th. The best way to prepare for these times, guys, is not to make sure you got a million rolls of toilet paper. Okay? That is a way. That is a way. And I'm not telling you not to prepare for things. I'm not saying that. But what happens if you run out of it, right? What happens if you run out? Then what do you have? You don't want to be freaking out and you don't want to be losing your mind because you ain't got food or you don't have water or you don't have heat. You want to be so tapped in to the part of you that knows the answer to all things so that you can find your way out of a dark cave. That is the goal. That's true success. Success is not money. Please understand that. Money is the result of the other work that you've been doing. Okay? And this is not to invoke fear. That's not what this is about. Because also when you're super tapped into your highest part of yourself, right? And you understand you above all things. You ain't got to understand this world, but you do need to understand you on a soul and cellular level. And once you come into that understanding, into that agreement with yourself, the rest of the world is going to be so easy to figure out. It's going to be like reading a little kindergarten book, because you could see everything so clearly and decode everything so clearly and so quickly. You'll be able to see things that other people can't see. Long before it's revealed, you'll be able to know and see it. If you are not taking the time out every single day to spend time with you, to tap into you, to tap into your body, your frequency, your energy, and learning how to put your protections up and learning how to protect your head, your dome. If you're not doing this right now, I highly advise that you get on Google, YouTube, sign up for somebody's class or something, and start getting a general basic understanding, and then sit with that information and allow for the highest part of you to guide you so that you can find what works for you. This is important. This goes beyond discernment, because discernment can be made without you tapping in like this. But you need to be in a space where if it comes down to it, right, you are quick on your feet. Everybody else might be running to the right, but your spirit will say, you need to go left. Go down this alley. You need to be in a space where you know that voice so well that you will not doubt yourself because everybody else is running to the right. But most people will go with the mass. They will run to the right when you're supposed to be going left, or vice versa. Most people going left. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be listening to that part of you that knows where to go. The part of you that can see what you can't see, can hear what you can't hear, that knows what you don't know right now. But you can know it when you tap into it. But most of us get our information from the outside, and we trust that information, and we go off of that information, and that information 9 times out of 10 is loaded up with fear-mongering ideas. When you can scare the hell out of people, you can get them to do whatever you want them to do. When you can scare the hell out of people, you automatically induce them into a hypnotic state where you can then start to hypnotize them and feed them suggestions to get them to believe your idea. I tell people all the time, hypnosis is everywhere, baby. It's everywhere you look. The environment itself is hypnotic. If I sit here, there's birds chirping right now. If I just sit here and I just listen to the birds chirp, I'm going to slip into a hypnotic state. It's going to take me to another consciousness, another awareness about what's happening around me, within me. If I drive in my car for an extended period of time, like on the freeway, and it's like an open freeway, or even not an open freeway, even if you're sitting in traffic for a while, all of that stimulus, that focus is going to put you into a hypnotic state. So the environment is hypnotic. They know this. They understand psychology. They understand human behavior. They understand the mind. And if you don't, your door is wide open, baby. All your doors are wide open. And anybody can just come up in there and get whatever they want and put whatever they want in there. Turn the TV off. Sit with you. Be with you. You ain't got to go into meditation, but just sit there. Breathe. Do nothing. Thoughts come, let them fly away like a leaf or a feather on a gentle breeze. It's okay. Just sit, even if it's just for a minute, just sit with you. Become addicted to you. Know who you are. You and only you are your savior right now. And that might be scary as hell to some people. I'm sure. I'm sure that's scary to be like, me? It's just me? It ain't nothing else around me? No, it's just you. And from that awareness of it just being me, when you get through the fear of it and the shock of it, there's something empowering about it. There's something that just kind of settles into you and you say, yeah, it is just me. Okay. That means I have power now. I have power over myself, my faculties, my body, my mind, my health, my life. I call the shots in my life. When you're standing in that, nobody can knock you off of that. Nobody can uproot you. When you're rooted in truth and you're rooted in power, they can't uproot you. They cannot. No one can. When people come across a truly empowered, strong person, and they might be peddling bullshit, you will notice they don't even approach that person. They go to the next one. You've seen it with your own eyes. If you haven't experienced yourself, you've seen it happen sometime in your life. You've even in high school or junior high school, it's certain people that the bully just wouldn't mess with, right? It's certain people they just would not mess with. They would pick the person that they thought was the weakest link. Doesn't mean that they were really weak. It just means in that point in time, they didn't understand their power either. That is still happening today. If you are strong and you're deeply rooted in truth, can't nobody sway you. They won't even come to you with the bullshit. They just be like, I ain't gonna try it with that because I could just feel that energy. That energy would knock me down. And you ain't got to even open your mouth. That's just a deep knowing. I know who I am. I know the truth. So you can't even come over here with that with me. I ain't got to say nothing. And you can feel this power, this fire, this warrior energy coming off of me. And when you allow for yourself to tap into true divine protection, you have unseen forces all around you that won't even allow the bullshit to step within a mile of you. Things could be happening around. Other people find out about it and know about it. You be like, I didn't even know that happened. Oh, wow, that was going on while I was there. I was right there. I didn't even see that happening because you're protected from bullshit. But when you're not, you pick up on everything. You experience everything. You see everything and it overloads you. Sometimes, even when you're protected, you do need to pick up on the bullshit. You do need to see what's going on because you may need to help somebody else. But it still won't affect you. It's not going to have that detrimental effect on you. the way it would if you didn't have your divine protection up around you. But you don't even know who your divine protectors are if you don't even get to sit with your highest self. Before you can tap into that divine protection, you need to get in alignment with the divine within you. Get in alignment with that, the highest part of you that knows everything, that has the answer to every question you could ever have. Take time out. I posted the other day, like, leave your phones at home. Go outside and walk. The veil is thin, y'all. The information, the innovation, it is here. Grab those new ideas, grab those downloads, grab the healing that you need to help you and your family. Grab the new idea that's going to bring millions of dollars into your bank account. Go out there and grab the information that is now here. It's always here, but right now the veil is so thin, it's just easy. As soon as you start walking, boom, 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 you just get hit with all of this information. Make sure you got a notepad with you because you're going to need to write it down and remember it. Ask questions. Talk to yourself. I look like a crazy woman when I'm walking down the street because I have conversations with myself. I'm talking to my spirit team because they talking back to me. And it's real ass information. It's real ass ideas. Stuff that's like, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I'm like, whoo, thank you. Now is the time. The distractions are on fleek. Okay? Distractions are on fleek, honey. And I know fleek is outdated now, but I don't care. I still say it. The distractions is on fleek. It's on 1,000. And see, I didn't used to watch the news. But since I'm investing now, I watch the news. I pay attention to the news, right? Because even though the news be on some BS, it is still information in there to let you know what to invest in. Okay? So the system is the system. All right? But I'm so happy because now I can watch it and I don't feel a kind of way about it. I'm just like, man, this shit is wild. They doing that. Okay. And it just gives me information that I need to know how to better equip myself, better equip my mind, my body, my health. I don't need to run out and grab a whole bunch of stuff from fear right now. I tap into my inner self, to my oversoul. I'm like, yo, do I need to run out and get everything? Like, no, you cool. We'll let you know when you need to do that. And you'll have everything you need. It's all right. Focus on this instead. You understand the clarity that comes when you're able to tap into that? So you don't have to run out here in fear and desperation and run into the wrong thing or spend your time focusing on shit that don't really need your attention right now, when you're able to stand in your power and say, all right, do I need to really worry about this right now? And they're like, nah, you good. Keep doing this. You saved yourself time. You saved yourself energy. You saved yourself money. You save yourself emotional distress. This is what I mean by you are what you need right now. That's what you need. You don't need nothing else but you. And if you can't trust you, that's the work right there. That lets you know, oh, okay, I need to get in here so I can start trusting myself, because you're going to need you. You're going to need to know how to tap into the God that is you within you. You're going to need to know what that voice sounds like. You need to know what it sounds like right now. If you don't know what that voice sounds like right now, get to work on that. because it is a different voice than from the voice of fear and lack and questioning over and over and over again. If it's a question over and over and over again, you know that is coming from the lower voice. That's coming from the voice that is meant to help protect you from things that could hurt you from the outside. That voice is fear, but it's not against you. This is the thing about fear. People think that fear works against them. Fear works against you if you let it, but fear is there to protect your ass. It does it in the lowest based way, the lowest level, base level way, right? It does it from the reptilian mind. The part of you that needs to survive, it needs to eat, it needs to stay warm. And if there's any sense of danger, you go right into fight, flight, freeze mode. That is what that fear is there for. It is useful. You do need it. You need it in the sense of the physical world, and you need it in the sense of the emotional world. Because when fear steps up in your emotional body and keeps you from doing things or keeps you in the same loop over and over and over again, that is information. That fear is information for you, and it's saying, hey, you need to look at this. It's just doing its job. Don't shit on fear. Fear can help you if you understand how to make every energy that exists benefit you. If you understand that, you will never have to worry about feeling like you're succumbing to something or you're being consumed by something. It doesn't mean you won't be afraid of things. It doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect all the time. It doesn't mean that your relationships won't have issues. It doesn't mean that you won't have some money issues. It doesn't mean that your health may not go through some things or your body may not go through some things at times. It doesn't mean any of those things. But what it does mean is that now you understand what's happening. So now you know how to make the energy move in a way that is beneficial to you. This is why you need you now. This is what it means. This is what it means. If you don't catch nothing else, sit with you. You are the starting point. It begins with you. You are the answer. You are the only answer. It ain't nothing outside of you. Even if you pick up a book, you were led to that book from something inside of you that say, hey, pick up this book. What you're looking for is on page 169. Boom, you got it. Here's a great practice for those who are still trying to learn how to trust themselves, okay? Those who are still trying to tap into that inner being, that awareness within inside of you. I want you to grab a book. Any book, get any book. I don't give a shit what it is. Get any book and just sit with it in your hand. Take a deep breath and either ask the question, what page has something that can serve me today? Something that I can use today. What page? You either ask that question or you could just sit with the book in your hand and you can just open the book to whatever page that comes. Read the page, read both pages, and see if there's not something there that you can use today. If it's not something there that has a message for you that stands out in some significant way, this is your energy guiding you. This is a way that you can start practicing over and over and over again how to trust yourself, how to trust that voice. See what that voice sounds like. This is you. You are the one. You are the one. It ain't nothing outside of you. It's you. And some people be like, yeah, I know it's me. But you still looking outside of you for answers. You still, hey, how do I do da 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 da? Ask yourself. Especially when it comes to spiritual work. That's a personalized, individual, independent journey. And it doesn't mean that you can't ask questions. Absolutely ask questions, especially if something's being taught to you. Ask questions. But trust yourself. Learn how to say, you know what? I'm not even going to ask nobody this time. I'm going to just sit and see what comes to me. Play those kind of games with yourself. It doesn't have to be serious. It don't have to be heavy. It ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, you know what? Instead of me inboxing her, I'm going to sit with this and I'm going to just do this. I'm going to see if I can do this on my own. I have a mentor. I have probably had, she's been my mentor since last year. I've probably done altogether maybe 2 or 3 apprentice sessions with her. Maybe 3. I don't know. Because for me, as a scientist, okay, I've always loved science. I've always been into the mind. I've always, since I was a little girl, I had science kits. For Christmas time, my family would buy me science kits. I've always loved books. I've always been interested in figuring things out for myself. And it was one time that I spoke to my mentor. She was like, look, you need to call me for stuff like that. You don't need to be going through that on your own. I was like, but I'm a Jito and I handled it. I got it done. I did it. She was like, yeah, you did that, but just call me. Like, I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? It is important for you to be the go-to person in your life. It's important for you to feel like I can depend on me. It doesn't mean that you don't need other people. I need other people all the time. Yes. That's why I have mentors and coaches. I need other people all the time. I'm constantly studying, signing up for classes and things like that. I enjoy learning. I enjoy gathering new information that I can use for myself and then put my own twists and turns on it and maybe help somebody else with it. That's what I enjoy doing. And I love communicating with people and I love hearing other people's ideas. I am not a know-it-all. I know what I know. I know my lane. I have an expertise in a field that I continuously study in and learn more about. I don't just stop where I'm at. Nah, I'm doing some other stuff right now that you guys will see pretty soon. But no matter what I'm learning, I'm always connecting back to myself and I'm saying, okay, how does this tie in? And then I get a deeper, higher awareness of something else that's like, whoa, okay, this ain't written down nowhere. I never heard this information before. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist somewhere else. I just ain't heard it yet. You are your own wealth reserve. Wealth is not outside of you. Wealth resides inside of you. It's always been there. It's already there. So you're not attracting it from outside of you. What you're doing is you're activating it within. And as you're activating it within, you're waking up all of these parts of you that now knows how to go about bringing it in the physical 3D sense. Do you understand that? It's the same thing with your healing and health. It's the same thing with attracting a love mate and attracting the divine love that you've been waiting for that your entire life. It's already there within you. You are the love of your life. Once you fall in love with you, you're going to attract people who also fall in love with you quickly. Doesn't mean that they're all meant to be with you, but you're going to attract people who love you and respect you, and they may treat you differently than they've treated anybody else that they have ever come across in their entire lives. It's within you. Once you activate these things inside of you, you start attracting the physical representation and materialization of those things into your 3D life. A lot of times we go out here looking for stuff, but we're not really ready to receive it because we have not activated it within ourselves. So we are attracting it from a base level place of thinking and being and operating. So now you're attracting mediocre experiences or very hurtful, traumatic experiences because you have not done the inner work to truly activate that authentic, real part that's going to bring it in a way that is mind-blowing. When they say it's within, it really is within. And I know it sounds hokey. Go within, seek within. The answer is you. You are the key. It sounds very hokey, right? But it is the truth. It is the truth. And now more than ever, if it didn't resonate with you 10 years ago, today, on what is this day? October 17th, 2021? Today it needs to resonate more deeply than it ever has in any other time of your life, because this is the part of you that's going to get you through the boo-boo. This is going to get you through the boo-boo. The boo-boo that is happening right now. And guess what a boo-boo is? Boo-boo is fertilizer. So even though it's boo-boo, guess what? It is something else happening underneath the surface. Something else is growing in the darkness. All energy is beneficial. I talked about this last year when the lockdowns and all that stuff first started happening. I talked about how to utilize all of the energy that is happening right now. Utilize all of it. If you don't understand how to do that, go within. Tap in. Because energy is everywhere. It's always there. And it can communicate with you. All energy can communicate with you. All energy can communicate with you, and you can communicate with it. If you don't understand something, talk to it. When I didn't understand the virus, I talked to it. And then I was like, oh, okay. I ain't been sick once. My income increased. My business got better because I understood. I tapped into that energy and I was like, oh, I know what you, okay, thank you. Take a big deep breath. Breathe in. Take what resonates, whatever does not. Send that shit, put that shit into a black hole. Because everything won't resonate. And this ain't for everybody. Everybody's not going to catch it. Everybody's not going to get it. Everybody's not going to understand it. So take what resonates, and what does not resonate, let it go. The highest part of you knows what you need to know right now and will retain what you need to know and will help you recall and remember when the time is right. Trust that. If you don't trust nothing else, just trust I catch what I need to catch and I make the moves when it's time to move. That's an affirmation right there. I catch what I need to catch and I make the move when it's time to move. Trust yourself. Your journey is your journey, but it starts with you. It starts with you. Nobody can tell you doing the work or you're not doing the work. I don't know what you're doing because I'm not in your head or in your body. All I'm saying is if you're not intentionally doing it, these are ways that you can start doing it. But I can't tell you where you are on your journey. I can't tell you that you are or you're not doing your work. I can give you tools to help you get there, but that's all I can do. Because when I get off of this live, guess what? I'm going to forget that I even did it, to be honest with you. Because people be like, that live you did? And I'd be like, huh? I don't even remember what I said, child, but okay. And I only get on here when there is something dropped inside of me to give. So somebody heard something that they needed to hear today. And if you did, that's great. Please do something with it when it is time for you to do something with it. And you will know when it is time for you to do something with it. Trust yourself. You can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. I don't care what your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your family, your job, your professor, your teacher, your spouse, your child, I don't care, the news, the world has told you, you can trust yourself. You came here with an intelligence that is inside of you, that is living and breathing, and it is always there. It's inside of every single one of us. There is not a dummy on this planet. Just because we may look at them and be like, girl, that is so dumb. I don't know why they did that. Well, he don't know. He ain't that smart. May not be smart in the typical form, in the conventional form that we know smart to be. But I can guarantee you, they got a sense about them. They got a talent, a gift, or something that they can tap into that is like no one else's on this planet. You can trust you. Trust yourself. When you trust yourself, you will be led to the places and the people and the things that can enhance your life, that can build you up, that can bring the wealth, that can bring the love, that can bring the health that you're searching for, that you need to enhance you. But you must first activate it within you. If you are wanting your body to be healed, call forth the activation of the healing inside of you so that you can start attracting the plants and the herbs and the foods and the resources and the books and the coaches and the teachers and the videos that can help you put that into action. Activate it within you first. When we are, I posted about this the other day, but when we are, those of us that work with energies, deities, gods, goddesses, angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, ancestors, when we are calling upon those energies, we are activating the thing that they represent within us. That's what you're doing. You're calling on yourself, but you're giving it a name, a face, an image. That's what you're doing, but you're activating it within you. You're calling upon yourself. Don't let nobody tell you different. It's you. Trust yourself. Trust your journey. If you don't understand something, talk to it. Like, money, I don't understand you. Help me understand you, money. How do I manage you? Where do I put you? How do I invest in you? Tell me what to do. If you don't understand romantic love, I don't understand you. I always find myself in the weirdest situations. Tell me what to do? What do I need to do? Talk to this shit. Talk to it. Talk to your body. Talk to all of it. Ask it questions. Have a whole conversation. Go sit out in the park and talk to yourself. I don't care if people think you crazy. This is for you. Who cares if people think you crazy? I be in the grocery store talking to myself, walking down. I'm about to go take a nice long walk now, and I'm going to be talking to myself. I'm going to leave my phone at home, and I'm probably going to be gone for hours because I'm going to walk from my house all the way down to the park. I'm going to walk through the entire park and then right back. That's like a 4 or 5 hour walk, and I don't give a shit because that's what my body and my soul and my spirit is telling me to do today. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to need a nice hot bath afterwards. But guess what I'm going to come back with? So I hope this has been helpful for somebody. Okay. If y'all want to get in contact with me for whatever, you can always hit me up through my website. I set up a free consultation if you have something